Sun Valley Resort in Nasu, Tochigi Prefecture, Japan. This by far is one of my wife and my favorite places to go when it comes to the hot springs in Japan. As you can see, they have several places you can stay when you're there, from cottages to the main building to the Oriental Gardens. Oriental Gardens is my favorite, my wife's as well. It's a really nice vibe, really comfortable and convenient when it comes to the location within the compound. Of course, we don't go there during the summer, so it's cold. Straight away, we hit the hot springs. And as you can see, they have several different types that you can go into right there on the compound. You've got the white one, which is io, which is sulfur. And you also have alkaline, magnesium, just several different types. Even the little saunas and the steam rooms as well. You know, and you can just relax. All your aches and pains in your muscles gone. Best thing ever. When it comes to fun for me in Japan, I have to say that this is what I call fun. Straight away after that, of course, by then, you know, we're hungry. We spend a couple of hours in the hot springs, and then we hit the biking, as they call it, the buffet. You know, if you stay at Oriental Gardens, then your meal will be Chinese. And they have, as you can see, chili shrimp, spring rolls. They've got Peking duck, and you know, one of my favorite things is Peking duck when it's prepared correctly. And as you can see, they take their time and they prepare it correctly and nice. They've got steak. They've got several different types of vegetables, salad, and definitely when you're finished eating, they've got cakes, ice cream, fruits, all of that. You understand? Yo, they go all out. Believe me, when it comes to Nasu, Sun Valley, it's really nice. And then, of course, at night, they light up the place. And look at how beautiful the place is when it's lit up at night. Typically, after Hiroko and I leave the hot springs the following mornings, we'll go someplace like, you know, sightseeing or somewhere where we can have a good time, you know. And in this case, we went to Sesshou Seki Park. Koen means park. And this place is a really powerful place in Japan, in Nasu especially. It's got a lot of history, a lot of tales, which I'm gonna get into here in a minute. And it's also got a major power stone and a story behind it, you know, power stones that we wear, that I wear. So take a walk with us, enjoy. There's people, I'm walking backwards, so I have to be careful. But yes, this is the place. Matter of fact, let me stop before I trip. It's a power place in Japan. Yeah, you see it? Nice little vibes. Yes. As you can see, as we walk up to the right, the first thing we encounter is Mojaishi, Blind Snake Rock, and it has a very, very nice tale. The tale goes that many, many years ago during the winter, a man named Gozaemon encountered a large blind snake. And for fear that the snake would not survive the winter, Gozaemon built a hut out of pampas grass and branches. And when he returned in the spring, the snake was gone. But there was a lot of shiny Unohana deposits all throughout the area. So the people named this rock Mojaishi as it resembled a snake's neck. And they held that rock and hold that rock in high regards to this day to show their appreciation towards the snake. As we walk up further to the left-hand side, we come to Kyoden Jizo. You'll see all of the little statues with the red bibs. Those red bibs were, I believe they were donated or considered as donated for children who went without clothes, who didn't have clothes, so they wouldn't be naked. But anyway, the story of Kyoden Jizo. Kyoden was a priest back in the day, a long time ago, 14th century, I believe, and he and his friends decided to go to Nasu, to go to the hot springs. And the morning that Kyoden woke up to go to the hot springs, he disrespected his mother because instead of preparing his sack to leave, she prepared breakfast. So apparently he kicked away the breakfast and, went on to the hot springs. And when he and his friends arrived, they decided also to go to Sesshou Seki, which is killing stone, by the way. That's what that means. And we'll get into that further. And as they arrived, the ground shook and fire and hot water erupted from the ground. And Kyoden's friends fled, but he did not get away. He met his karma, or retribution, as you could say, and he died. And the first Kyoden Jizo statue was erected in 1720 at the back. And from that day, people placed 1,000 statues, and that's what you see here on the ground, all of these statues. And those statues, there's several stories, one of which was that people placed them to accompany Kyoden to give him comfort. But the one that is most seen, most written, and I believe to be the truth, is that a community had put that together for donations. So the donors who donated these statues did so with the hopes that they would never meet the same fate as Kyoden. As we walk further up, we reach the end of the boardwalk, the top of the mountain, Sesshou Seki, the Killing Stone. And the story of the Killing Stone is, many years ago, there was a 9-tailed fox that turned itself into a beautiful woman and wreaked havoc in China and India. And about 800 years ago, that same fox came to Japan and turned itself into a beautiful woman again. Her name was Tamamo no Mae. And I guess it was a fortune teller who recognized the true nature of Tamamo no Mae. So she fled to Nasu. Okay. And she started wreaking havoc again, wanted to kill the emperor and destroy Japan. So the emperor ordered 80,000 men to kill that fox. And they did. But when they killed her, or the fox turned into a poisonous stone. That's that killing stone. And it turned out that anything that came into contact with the killing stone, or Sesshou Seki, would die eventually. So a priest eventually went and started chanting over and over sutras until the stone broke into 3 pieces. And one of those 3 pieces remained there in Sesshou Seki Park. And eventually it itself broke into the 2 pieces that we now see. As we continue to the left and go further up into the mountain, we reach Yuzen Jinja, which is the chief shrine for 80 other shrines across the Nasu region. And its torii gate commemorates Nasu no Yoichi, who was a samurai famed for his archery skills during the Battle of Yashima in 1185. There are very, very many shrines across Japan, many of which have a major power, this being one of the most major. And as you can see, it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful shrine. The grounds are it's beautiful. Beautiful trees and everything. And as you walk further down the steps towards the exit of the shrine, you'll see to your right-hand side Sazareshi, or Sazare stone, which is the stone that's mentioned in the Japanese national anthem. Typically, whenever our family goes to Nasu, we enjoy passing by this Italian restaurant, our favorite, Gioia Mia. And in this case, we did it on the way home because they were packed on the way up. So, as you can see, the coffee, the pizza, and the pasta, amazing. It's just a great, great vibe and great, great food. A perfect closing to our time in Nasu.